question for you. So, when they take a girl that's a virgin, they come back to her in 10 years and ask if she's happily married. If she's a virgin, she has an 80% chance of a happy marriage. If she slept with more than 5 people, it drops to 30%.
Wow.
Knowing that information, don't you think men should judge? Because wouldn't you rather take the girl that's an 80% chance versus a 30?
It's like your shadow.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Kenshano's podcast back again with another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe, leave a like, and leave a bell notification. Whenever I post new videos, you get notified. The goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of September, and I'm counting on you to make it happen. It doesn't cost a dime, but it means everything to me. Today, I'm reacting to a video from Just Pearly Things that says why the sexual past of women should matter to men who are looking to marry. Very interesting and catchy caption. Let's dive right in.
So crazy. Like, so you meet a girl for the first time. You're like, what's your name? Nice to meet you. How many guys do you slept with?
No. So if we're dating and then things are getting more and more serious, then I would ask. But
kind of like,
but if you don't, I guess I would put it another way, right? Let's say the girl is ticking all the boxes for you, not perfect, but a lot of the boxes, and you have a suspicion, and you don't want to ruin it. Maybe remain ignorant. Maybe if you don't want to ruin it for yourself, and everything else is great, then maybe remain ignorant. But I think what Pearl said is really true, because sometimes their friends will come out. You know, you're a mate of a mate will know her.
Can I say something? Like, I feel like you start dating someone, because the way you put it down is more like telling me everything of everything about you already. It's a bit too much to chill. So obviously, if you start dating and you ask her, I kind of hear that you've been with this guy. Sure, maybe the girl will say yes, and then from that on, like she said, the truth eventually will come out. Yes, but it normally wouldn't be your business.
I would say girls with me in the past
as a person that I am today, and guys shouldn't judge in any way.
Girls have been quite honest with me in the past. Like they've been open with me. They've opened that conversation quite a few times, more than I have. So if they're open that conversation with me, then I at least give them the benefit of the doubt and say like, are you trying to pull the wool over my eyes? And sometimes it's been more than I'd like. But then I've thought there's good things here. And I think it goes back to the high value man thing, right? It depends on how much leverage you have in life. How many options do you really have? Because if you want, I guess it comes down to this. If you want to be with someone, marriage, kids, whatever, if you want to be with someone, there are compromises you're going to have to make. So if you don't have many other options on the table and she brings a lot to the table, then give her a shot.
So I have a question for you. So when they take a girl that's a virgin, they come back to her in 10 years and ask if she's happily married. If she's a virgin, she has an 80% chance of a happy marriage. If she slept with more than 5 people, it drops to 30%.
Wow.
Knowing that information, don't you think men should judge? Because wouldn't you rather take the girl that's an 80% chance versus a 30?
Men should judge. I don't think any man should judge anybody, but yes, it is something that can be considered. Knowing this stats, that there is an 80% chance of one being happy after 10 years, and there's only 30% chance of the other being happy after 10 years. Obviously, I'll opt for the one who gives me 80% chance of being happy and continuing the marriage with me. So yes, but I don't think anyone should be judging.
Wouldn't that be a better bet?
That's inside the church.
No, that's not. That's
In
just
general.
women. So they surveyed women. They said, how many people did you sleep with? Then in 10 years, they came back to see if they were happily married. The virgins, 80% chance they were happily married. Outside of that, 30% chance.
Yeah, of course, but that's facts, because of course, if I'm ignorant and I never known sex as also,
but
maybe
okay,
can you just someone you get to know also your sexuality as well.
Can I just get a yes or no? Would you say they should judge then, knowing that information? Because you said before they shouldn't judge. But now that you know
No.
information that virgins are better, the less people you sleep with is better, would you say men have a right to judge because they want better outcomes?
No one is allowed to judge anyone, to be honest. But that's what I believe. No one is like
Okay,
big enough
but
to
everyone
judge.
does
the
Maybe,
all the
person.
time,
maybe,
though.
let's not say judge. Let's say be
They
be
will
picky with who they date and not date
Yeah.
the hoes.
They will rather, obviously, of course, go with someone that's more conservative, virgin. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, perfect. But their happiness in the marriage will come from ignorance. As soon as you start learning,
What does that even mean? Their happiness in the marriage would come from ignorance because they've not had multiple sexual partners to compare their current husband to. So to her, that is ignorance. How is that ignorant? That you married your husband a virgin, you have no sexual experience, and what he gives you is what makes you happy, is what satisfies you. How is that ignorance? What is the prime purpose of marriage in the first place? Is to be happy with your partner. That is the purpose of being married. So if whatever experience you have is not what I am delivering or giving to my partner and she's happy, why is that ignorant? This lady is not making any sense to me.
sexuality, then you decide what you want to do with that. But personally, I feel like no one should judge anyway because the guys are known, they're no angels, they're no saints. I understand your point of view. I see what you mean though, because obviously you get
I'm not saying
expectations. The more people you sleep with, you got more maybe expectation, and also I feel like love or relationship is something that should add onto your life. Not something that you need or you're looking for. That's why maybe so many girls are like, oh my God, I can't find it. Because you're looking for it too much. You're too desperate for it. So that's why maybe you can't find it.
maybe judge isn't the right word, but you
Right.
do agree they can be selective and not date the girls that
Exactly.
have slept around. Like you think that's fine.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
of course.
Why is it
But-
a problem to be like ignorant of how other men are sexually?
Exactly.
Like, I'm looking forward to being with my future husband. I've never had sex, but I'm looking forward to just being with him, and I don't want to be with anyone else.
But why is she still in a mask? Why isn't she showing her face? Maybe by fear of being cancelled. Her views obviously is not in line with today's conversation on the social media platforms. So she has to hide her face to put across logic.
But I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to just being with him, and I don't want to be with anyone else but him.
Sure.
Why is it bad that I'm going to be ignorant of how other men are? It's kind of like
Yeah.
objectifying them in a
No,
way.
it's not bad. It's fact. Because if I, let's say I've never had sex before and now I'm getting married, I don't have sex just after, I was going to have sex when I get married, right? Now, you don't know sex. You're getting
Exactly.
to learn sex with your husband.
Right.
Now, if you only have one person throughout your whole life, of course, there's more chance of you being happy. You don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
Now, maybe you're going to cheat one day and this guy's bound.
So-
What
But
you
What is she talking about? You are going to cheat one day? Why is she going to cheat? Why is she going to cheat? The person who is more likely to cheat in the marriage is the woman who has slept with multiple men and knows different things. So when she gets married and she's not getting the satisfaction that she used to get from her previous relationships, she will start comparing, and that will compel her to step out of the marriage and cheat. We are now in the day of DNA. Most of the DNA test that comes out says the children don't belong to the man. This is where it starts from. Comparing your husband to your previous partners. This is where it all starts from. You step out of the marriage before you realize they bring you other people's children. It is imperative that men would know the sexual past of women if they are truly willing to get married to them. Now I agree with that. To some extent, I agree.
going to do?
Right.
It's
I
just
won't
sex. It's
cheat
not-
though, because in my eyes, he's the best I'll ever have.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I
people are
won't have
crazy,
anyone to compare him to. So
Right.
why is it a problem? I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
happy either way.
Well, I've been cheated on and I'm perfect. So.
See, she makes it about herself, moving from one sexual partner to the other, and you are piling up all these experiences. One day, you would want all this excitement that you got from all these men sexually from the man you got married to. And if the man is not able to live up to those expectations, you are compelled to step out of the marriage. And men are not looking for women who would be stepping out of the marriage. So what do? Men, you vet, find out their sexual history, and make your choice. If you do your research and you find out that they've had multiple but you can still deal with it, go ahead. But if you have all these stats before you, there's an 80% chance that after 10 years, the woman you get married is still going to be happily married with you. That is not to say if you marry a virgin, you are automatically going to be happy. It only means that when you marry a virgin, there's an 80% chance. That is big. There's only 20% chance that after 10 years, the woman wouldn't be happy in the marriage. And that is also not to say that when you marry a woman who has had multiple sexual partners, you are not going to be happy. It only says that there's a 30% chance. Which one would you go with? I'd rather go with 80%. I'd rather go with 80%. And now she makes it about herself.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. But I see your point of view. But I don't know. Life is strange. It can be many situations where maybe because women will cheat more because of the mental connections more than the physical. Guys will go for like, I'm feeling that maybe my wife tonight she got a headache. She's not gonna zip with me. Now a guy will go and cheat. A woman needs more like maybe their mental connections.
If you are piling up all these sexual experiences while you're young, remember that a time is going to come and then the natural desire of a woman is going to kick in, which is marriage and family. When they kick in, you would be looking for marriage north, south, east, and west. And this time, whether the man is sexually proactive, for that you will not care, because right now all I need is marriage. A year, 2 years into the marriage, you realize that the sex that your husband has been giving you wasn't as great as the ones you've had in the past. You are likely to step out of the marriage. Young ladies on this channel watching me right now, you better heed to my advice. While you're out there living life, enjoying life, wilding and doing whatever, sex is not one thing you should be compromising. Sleeping with multiple partners is not one thing you should be adding to the list of your wilding, because it will come back to haunt you in the future.
You never know in life. More to cheat, I think.
I've had on this
personally,
point, right?
but you never know in life. Maybe you're gonna cheat and know someone that's better than your husband.
No, you said no.
Personally,
I wasn't
think
shaking my
that-
head at that. I was shaking the head of like a girl not having sex with you. Like if I'm making a guy wait until marriage,
That's
like
only
I'm gonna
right, yeah.
have sex with him whenever he wants.
No, I don't think that's not the point. Like if you want to wait, you have all the rights to wait, and you should find someone that's willing to wait for you. You shouldn't be like make you feel guilty for you to not wanting to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you guys saying, oh, if girl is a virgin and then 10 years later they're in a happily marriage, of course, because sex is is a big values of it. So of course, if I'm having a lot of options, but you don't know nothing because you're virgin, right? For example. There's more chance he's gonna be happy later. Like that's what my point. I don't know if that can.
Yeah, so that's like preferable. Like
Yeah.
the men should go for the virgins if they can.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
they will. But they have this Superman type of like ego that they should like kind of like sit down and be good for them. and
I would
talking to
say
them
I
personally.
would say that most men don't have a super ego. I'd say most women are pretty narcissistic because most women think that they're tens.
Who is this woman?
And just things
Yes.
like that, like I'm special. Like
But I
most women think
that's
they're
social-
special.
I think that's social media as well.
Yeah.
Increase that a lot because now you see people that just don't know. I think they like Beyonce. You're like, why are you
it's-
so
and it's
bougie
dating-
with
it's
me
dating
for?
app.
Like I'm so nice.
It's dating apps as well, because
It's like,
So in conclusion, what I can say is, especially to the young ladies on this channel, while you're out there living your life, being wild and free or whatever it is, sex is not one thing you should be compromising. You shouldn't be giving yourself out to just anybody to sleep with. Right now you are young. You don't even understand. There are so many things you don't understand. Yes, you would have older men who are more older than you approaching you and wanting to, get with you and all that. Still, you don't think because of that you are mature. You are not. There are things you don't understand now. When you get to your 30s and your mid-30s and you start looking to settle, you are going to find it difficult because of how you lived when you were younger. If you're out there having indiscriminate sex, it would come back to haunt you. Is there something a lady who has had multiple sexual partners can do? In my opinion, yes. There is something you can do to salvage the situation. What would you do? I think you would have to pause, take a break for a whole year. Do not get sexually intimate. Don't get yourself involved in anything sexual. All right? For a whole year. And then start, dating, talk to people. Don't necessarily, the fact that you date doesn't mean you should go ahead and have sex with men. For men, if you offer it, they will take. I know only a few men who will say no when you offer them. All right? If you offer it, they are going to take it. So be bold and strong enough to say, this is not one of the things I would want to compromise in our relationship. And when you do that, stick to your word. There are some women who would tell the man, oh, I don't want us to have sex until marriage, while they have other men that they go to when they want to have sex. So if you are saying you don't want to have sex until marriage, make sure you keep to that word. You don't say it to one man and then the other man you're having sex. You will ruin your own relationship and you will ruin your chances of getting married. If you are sexually active, pause. If you've had multiple sexual partners, you would need to pause with everybody. Cut everybody out of your life. If you have to delete numbers, delete numbers. If you have to block people, block people. That is my opinion. I remain your boy Mashano. Catch you again on the next episode of Reactions. If you're new, subscribe, leave a like, and I'll catch you again.